Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it.
What's up, boxing fans? Buckle up because Gervonta "Tank" Davis just made a major move. He's officially parted ways with his longtime coach and mentor, Calvin Ford. But here's the twist: Calvin didn't just leave Tank's corner. He joined Floyd Mayweather over at Mayweather Promotions. This split feels like a huge betrayal and could change everything in the boxing world. We're diving deep into all the drama, why Calvin made this surprising move, and what it could mean for Tank's future. But first, if you're new or need a refresher, let's rewind and talk about how close Tank and Calvin were. This wasn't your average boxer-trainer relationship. Calvin Ford was more than a coach, he was a father figure. He guided Tank through the toughest battles, both inside and outside the ring. From Tank's rough beginnings to becoming one of boxing's most feared fighters, Calvin was there every step, motivating him and keeping him focused. This shocking split has everyone talking, so grab some popcorn as we break down the whole story.
You want to see you as a guy that's in his trainer, that's like a father figure to him. You're training him all the time. You know him. Both y'all from the streets of Baltimore, the whole bit. Who do you want to see, Tank?
I want him to get all of them that ran their mouth.
Calvin wasn't just any coach, he was Tank's day one, the one who believed in him when no one else did. In the boxing world, people joked that Calvin was Tank's ride or die. But that once unbreakable bond, it's been shattered.
Waiting to sit down and talk to him one-on-one, seeing what his mental at. Whatever he want to do, I just prepare him for it mentally, you know what I'm saying?
What went wrong? As Tank's career soared, things got complicated, especially with Floyd Mayweather stepping in. Floyd wasn't just Tank's promoter, he wanted full control. Calvin, however, saw Tank as his own man, not someone who needed Floyd calling every shot. This put Calvin right in the middle of the tension. Tank's success only fueled it, as he began landing deals even bigger than Floyd's. Talk about humbling the king.
Set you off because you was like, I gotta do that. A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's been, I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He feel as though I'm at that point where I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's the part of
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing.
It's exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
Rumors began swirling that Floyd was constantly trying to influence Tank's decisions, which didn't sit well with Calvin. Calvin wanted to guide Tank himself, while Floyd acted like he was still in the ring, managing every move. Tank grew frustrated with Floyd's interference, especially as Floyd pushed for more control over his career's direction. Calvin, though, tried to stay loyal to both, keeping the peace. But little did he know, trying to play the peacekeeper would eventually come back to bite him.
So we talked about Tank in the business now. There's talk that he could be leaving Mayweather Promotions. He said he was to Brian Custer that, you know, this is his last fight.
Everybody missing. He's leaving. It's business.
Right, for sure.
It's good business. We're gonna do what? Business.
For sure.
We're not leaving each other. We're just not on contract.
Okay. So you're still gonna do business with
Yeah,
Mayweather?
got you.
Right.
You have to do business. They're brothers.
Right.
They're brothers. You gotta remember they're the best in boxing. You got Al and Floyd. Come on.
But it's just good. How excited for you for him to have that flexibility?
It's good because Canelo do it. Garcia did it. It's been done.
Right.
It's been done. You know what I'm saying?
The final straw? Floyd Mayweather training Tank's upcoming opponent, Lamont Roach. Picture this, Tank Davis, gearing up for his next big fight, only to see the man who once promoted him, who helped build his career, now training the guy in the opposite corner. It was clear Floyd was trying to make a statement, and Tank took it as a huge betrayal. Already feeling undermined by Floyd, Tank saw this as a slap in the face. And Calvin? He stayed silent through it all. Calvin kept out of the drama, but for Tank, that silence was almost worse than Floyd's betrayal. Calvin staying quiet felt like he was siding with Floyd or, at the very least, not standing up for him. Tank wanted Calvin to have his back and call Floyd out, but Calvin didn't. Tank took it personally. So, with all this tension, Tank made a bold decision. He fired Calvin Ford. It was a shock, but Tank was ready for a fresh start, free from Mayweather's shadow. And who did he turn to? Derrick James. Here's the twist. Derrick James has history with Tank, having trained Frank Martin, one of Tank's recent opponents. James has been studying Tank's style for a while, but instead of finding ways to beat him, he's now training Tank for his next fight.
Y'all gotta watch these guys,
Right,
man.
he's a good fighter, yeah.
He was a Golden Gloves champ from Indianapolis, right?
That's right. National Golden Glove champ, yeah.
Yeah, man, and he's got some skills, dog. Like I was like, that's a good one to add to the squad. If you're gonna add one.
How old is
He's like 26,
Okay.
so he's still young.
Yeah, it's young.
Yeah.
Still, and listen, this thing about it, he's still getting better. He's still, because this is our third fight together, so
Okay.
you gotta understand that, like, once he gets everything I'm telling him, the growth process, he's gonna be amazing. And
Yeah.
listen, he may be fighting for a world championship pretty soon, so.
I was gonna say I wouldn't mind watching him and Gervonta Davis. Right?
Yeah, the same way, yeah.
Yeah, like
They've
135?
sparred before the same way, yeah, same way.
Oh, they have sparred before?
They sparred before, yeah.
How'd that go?
I don't know how I went.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
What you think about Gervonta Davis?
I like him. I
Yeah.
like him as an individual, man. I like him. I know him, you know, and I like him. I think it'll be a good fight. I think that Frank matches that pretty well.
Yeah.
But most of the guys that Gervonta, I think, will be probably the toughest.
Teaming up with Derrick is Tank's way of saying he's ready to reach new heights. He needed a coach who wasn't tangled up in all the old drama. Someone who could actually help him grow as a fighter. But then, what about Ford? Well, Calvin Ford shocked everyone. Instead of just moving on or training a different fighter, he joined Mayweather Promotions. This is like the ultimate plot twist. The very guy who was to have Tank's back is now working with Floyd. It's almost like Calvin took Tank firing him personally, and now he's making moves to show he's Team Floyd.
Another thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. You know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. It's a rocky road that we saying what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story is going to reveal itself, you know. But again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said, they say the true colors of a person is coming out, man. They can't stand it, you know. Calm is it. I don't like using that word calm, you know, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows. He knows.
Why would Calvin do this? Maybe he felt like Tank had pushed him out, like he wasn't appreciated after all the years he spent helping him. Or maybe he's just tired of the drama and sees a better future for himself with Floyd's team. But let's be real, this hurts Tank's career and his trust. He's probably wondering if Calvin was ever really in his corner, or if he was just sticking around for the ride. And here's the craziest part. Calvin knows Tank's every move. They've trained together for years, built strategies, worked on his strengths, and patched up weaknesses. If there's one person who truly knows the recipe to beating Tank, it's Calvin. And now, with him being a part of Mayweather Promotions, he has the opportunity to use all that knowledge against Tank. Imagine him passing those insights on to other fighters under Floyd's wing, or even guiding a new prodigy who's set to challenge Tank. This could be a huge advantage for Floyd's team, and Tank has to know this. It's not just a professional split, it's a strategic blow that could haunt him in the ring.
You ever worry about getting canceled, Dana? Canceled by who?
As a member of the LGBTQ plus We Love Biden community, I want to let you know that our company will be boycotting every UFC fight.
Who is this guy? Who are you right for?
Peloton.
You sell stationary f***ing bikes for a living. Who the f*** do you think you are, you arrogant f***ing piece of shit? I'm not trying to cancel Peloton, but I ripped the Pelotons out of my f***ing gym here. Did you? People are hitting me up asking me if I really got rid of the Pelotons. Pelotons are gone. I obviously have in the UFC a fan base. Outside of those people in my circle that I give a shit about, I could care less.
And let's not forget Leonard Ellerb, the guy who's been with Mayweather Promotions for a long time until he wasn't. Leonard was always in Tank's corner, handling negotiations and hyping up his fights.
Roger never got trainer of the year when Floyd was fighter of the year. His dad never got trainer of the year. So I've been openly expressing that And I think it's time that Calvin gets his justice.
Even Leonard couldn't keep this mess under control. He tried to keep the peace between Tank and Floyd, but when things went sideways, Leonard took a step back.
For Lomachenko next, do you see that kind of a fight happening for Tank?
All these guys who you guys say are the top guys out there, Tank gonna get every one of these guys. He just can't fight them all in one.
However, Ellerb somehow got caught in the crossfire and took a huge blow to his career. Yep, Floyd fired him as the CEO of Mayweather's Promotions. And if you're wondering why, well, let's just say Floyd wasn't too happy with Ellerb going to press conferences with Tank Davis. Now, with Calvin joining Mayweather Promotions, Leonard's role is shifting too. Leonard has to balance between his loyalty to Floyd and his own respect for Tank. With this new setup, Leonard might have to pick a side for good. So, how is Tank dealing with this massive betrayal? He's focusing on his own path. For Tank, this isn't just about Calvin switching teams or Floyd throwing shade. This is a turning point in his career. He's tired of the drama and the fake loyalty. Tank's ready to cut ties with anyone who isn't fully on his side. Tank made it clear he's excited to work with Derrick James, someone who can push him to new levels. And while Calvin's off with Floyd, Tank is ready to prove that he doesn't need either of them. He's focused, he's determined, and he's ready to show the world what he can do without Floyd or Calvin. Now, here's the big question. What's next? For Tank, it's about stepping into the ring as his own boss. With Derrick James in his corner, he's got the freedom to shape his own destiny without the shadow of Mayweather hovering over him.
Floyd left Bob Arum. It's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic.
For Floyd and Calvin, this new partnership is a fresh start too. They're probably thinking they can build something big together, especially if Floyd starts training fighters to go up against Tank. Calvin joining Mayweather Promotions means that Floyd now has an ally who knows Tank's every strength and weakness. And for Tank, that's a new kind of pressure. You know the boxing world isn't just gonna sit back and watch this drama unfold without wanting one thing, a Tank versus Floyd fight. Fans have been buzzing about it for a while, but with all this betrayal and bad blood, the hype for a showdown between the two is at an all-time high. It would be the ultimate face-off between mentor and student. We already know Tank has always been vocal about getting in the ring with Floyd. Whether it'll actually happen, who knows? Floyd might be retired, but we've all seen him make comebacks for the right amount of cash and attention. And Tank, he'd probably love nothing more than to settle this beef in the ring and prove once and for all who's really in charge. But hey, the only fight Tank should be focused on is the one coming up with Lamont Roach. This whole situation with Calvin could seriously impact Tank's upcoming fight with Lamont Roach. Roach is no joke in the ring. He's a tough, strategic fighter who's known for pushing his opponents to their limits. Not to mention, Roach has known Tank since they were kids. Yep, both guys faced each other multiple times during their amateur days.
Do you consider you and Gervonta friends?
Friends? Probably.
Is it gonna be hard to go in the ring and fight your friend?
Not at all.
Are you all gonna be friends after?
Yeah, why not?
Either way it goes.
Both making money. Yeah.
But you guys are making each other bleed.
They can bleed.
I'm sure. Okay.
Now, with Calvin Ford in Mayweather's camp, Tank's got even more to worry about. Ford knows Tank's fighting style inside and out. He's been there from the very beginning. If Roach or anyone from Floyd's camp gets insights from Calvin, it's like they'll have the perfect game plan to take Tank down. This fight was supposed to be a big moment for Tank, but with all this drama, he's stepping into the ring with more than just Roach to battle. And the way Roach has been talking online, he might just pull off the upset. The main reason why Tank Davis cut ties with Calvin Ford is because of Floyd Money Mayweather. But you gotta wonder, Floyd and Gervonta used to be tight, so what really soured things between them? I mean, we all heard about the Dubai incident, but do we really know why it happened? Before that, let's talk about what actually went down. So, picture this. Floyd Mayweather, fresh off his lavish Dubai vacation, is cruising through the airport, probably thinking about his next big move. But then, out of nowhere, he spots Tank Davis. And before anyone could say fight, Tank unleashed his infamous left hook, the same one that ended Frank Martin's career. Yep, you heard that right. Floyd took a hit that left him shaken, and the chaos that followed was something straight out of a movie. Looks like this Dubai vacation wasn't the peaceful getaway Floyd had in mind.
Money Man, I'm right here in Dubai. Rotana Star, Luxury Rentals. Check them out. When you come to Dubai, top flight, follow me. We got everything. McLaren in different colors. Ferraris, Lambos, whatever you want. Rolls Royce, Bugatti, whatever you want. When you come to Dubai, it's the place to be. Check it out. Crazy colors. Come on, man. Live flashing like Floyd Mayweather. Rotana Star. Whatever you want, they got Rotana Star.
This wasn't just a casual punch, it was a statement. Davis had been simmering with tension regarding his former mentor, and this confrontation was the boiling point. Floyd has always been known for his defensive prowess, but he clearly didn't see this coming. If it weren't for his security detail, things could have escalated even more. In the aftermath, Tank took to social media to address the situation. He claimed, "I got to Floyd before he got to me," making it clear that he wasn't going to let his guard down. He had felt the pressure building for a while, especially with rumors of Floyd hiring people to spy on him during his runs. Talk about a betrayal. Tank emphasized that he was just protecting himself and standing up for what he believed was right. This isn't just about a punch, it's about respect and loyalty, something that's been sorely lacking in their relationship. He was done playing nice while Floyd played games behind the scenes. Now, let's dive a little deeper into the history between these two. Tank and Floyd have been intertwined in the boxing world for years, with Floyd acting as a mentor to Tank. However, the relationship has soured, especially after Floyd started coaching Tank's opponents, including Frank Martin. Imagine your mentor giving away your secrets to someone you're about to fight. That's a betrayal many wouldn't take lightly. After the incident, Floyd tried to regain control of the narrative. He painted himself as the victim, insisting he had always been there for Tank and had the boxer's best interests at heart. But many saw through the facade, especially considering the tension that's been building. And let's not forget why Floyd went after Tank in the first place. Davis was reportedly dating Floyd's ex, and that's when things really hit the fan. Rather than settling things like adults, Floyd tried to get Tank locked up. It's a petty move that only added more fuel to the fire. So, there you have it. Calvin Ford has officially switched sides, joining Mayweather Promotions after Tank fired him. This is a game changer for everyone involved, and you know this drama isn't slowing. And that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon, so you never miss our upcoming videos.